Good morning and welcome to Tiger TV. I'm Zeb Schwarzkopf.
And I'm Kevin Post Malone.
Now this week's news story is a little interesting, as a man was rushed to the ER due to him having blue legs. Now after he had done a little research online, he was afraid that he had deep vein thrombosis.
But is that what was actually wrong with this guy?
Well, you see, Posty, this guy actually had bought a brand new pair of jeans and hadn't washed them before he had worn them for the first time. So the dye from his new jeans that hadn't gotten quite washed off actually just rubbed onto his legs.
Well, that's the first.
Yeah, you could say that again. I wouldn't want to be the guy there sitting in the hospital whenever the doctor walked in and said, yeah, you just got a little pain on your legs.
For a doctor, I'm sure that would be some tough news to break to a patient.
It would definitely be life-changing, I'd say.
Now we're going to send it over to Lindsay Batson with our sports.
Lindsay Batson here with a check of your sports. With the basketball season wrapping up, our only game this week is senior night at home on Thursday, which is against King City. JV quarters will be starting off at 5 with varsity girls tipping off at 6. I'd like to congratulate the boys and girls team on a great season so far. Now finish off the season strong and good luck. Now back to you guys in the newsroom.
Thanks, Lindsay. Sounds like the Tigers are doing great.
Now we're going to send it over to Spara Sensor with our weekly weather report.
Now coming off of a warmer weekend, expect some showers on our day off with highs of 46. Now on Tuesday, we're looking at partly cloudy skies and highs of 32. Similar weather on Wednesday with partly cloudy skies and highs of 30. Sunny skies on Thursday with highs of 34. Now towards the end of the week, it'll be warming up with highs of 44 on Friday, 49 on Saturday, and 52 degrees on Sunday. This has been your weekly weather update. I'm Sarah Spencer. Now back to you.
Thanks for the weekly weather update, Spara.
Now we take you to Charlie Prentice with our weekly organizations.
Welcome back to this week's organizational report. All of our Tiger organizations are preparing for spring contests and putting all gears towards practicing. Band started contest music, archery is still practicing, FFA kids are saying all their reasons for the weeks, and FCCLA is preparing for their state star events. Finally, we go to Mario with his interview with Dr. Hinkie for spring testing.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm here with Dr. Hinkie, the high school's counselor and peer helper sponsor. So, spring testing is quickly approaching. What advice will you give to your students and parents as they prepare for testing?
So we'll start testing here in the high school on March 31st will be our first test, and we'll take about 9 tests over those 30 days. Some advice that I would give our students and our parents, make sure that you get plenty of sleep the night before tests. Also eat a good breakfast. In years past we've provided breakfast for our students that are testing in the morning. I anticipate doing that again this year. Other advice that I would give is slow down, take your time. These tests are not timed, so take as much time as you possibly need. Take them seriously, they're important, and just do your best.
All I gotta say, just try your best. Same from experience. How important is this test for the school district?
Yeah, so these tests are important for a lot of reasons. First off is that it kind of gives the state a basis about how our teachers are teaching, how our students are learning, what they're retaining, how they can show what they know. Also, it's important because this is how one way that the state kind of grades us, gives us a report card, how we're doing on these tests. Another reason is particularly for the Algebra 1 EOC, that's a test that high schoolers typically take, is that it counts towards their A+ scholarship. So their A+ scholarship, they have to get a proficient or advanced on their Algebra 1 EOC test. So that's one requirement. So the Algebra 1 test is especially important. Another reason that we think these tests are important is that no matter what field that you go in after graduation, whether you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, a mechanic, work in a hog barn, all those professions, some way, somehow you're going to have to take a test. Whether that's a safety test, whether that's a test to get in grad school, for food preparing, anything like that. Somehow, some way you're going to have to take a test. So this prepares you for that real world experience of going out after high school and having to take a test in your future careers.
You're also the sponsor of Peer Helpers.
Yes.
What upcoming activity you have planned?
So we have a few things coming up with Peer Helpers. For those of you who don't know, Peer Helpers is a boy and a girl from each grade, 7 through 12. These students are picked based on kind of their character, their goals, how they kind of act in school, their character, and things like that. Last week we gave out candy for Valentine's Day, so make sure everybody in the school gets a Valentine. We think that's important for everybody to feel special on that day. We're also working on planning a field trip for our organization, so a lot of you out there bought our Christmas ornaments, so we're going to use that to take a field trip this spring and also do some community service for our local community with that money. So we appreciate everybody that bought those ornaments, and we've got some exciting things coming up with that organization.
Thank you, Dr. Hinky.
You're welcome.
Going back to the studio, guys.
Awesome. Great.
Thanks, Mario. Sounds like another successful interview in the books.
Alrighty, now for everybody's favorite segment, Fact of the Week.
Now, this week's fact is, for every second you're alive and you make $1, it would still take you 2,921 years to make the same amount of money as Bill Gates that he currently has.
That is insane. I mean, $1 a second, that would be okay with me, but it would take that long to make that much money.
It's crazy to think that just one guy has that amount of money.
In 10 years, I would be the next Bill Gates. You just wait.
Well, you better share a little bit of that in the next 10 years then. Now, time for our Tiger birthdays for the week. Okay.
Happy birthday to Madison Clapham, Lexi Lawson, and Talon Holt.
Happy birthday, guys.
We thank you for tuning in to this week's Tiger TV.
Here with all your Tiger updates, I'm Zeb Schwarzkopf.
And I'm Kevin Post Malone.
Have a great week.
And stay classy, San Diego.